Hi, and welcome to day 99 of 100 Days of Katie. All day I've been thinking about it, that we're at day 99 of this project, and I'm in awe. I can't believe we're already here. And it's been such a phenomenal experience. It started as a small idea of extending Katie's 100 Days of Gratitude to 100 Days of Katie. The intent was to be able to share with Katie how much she means to all of us, as well as help extend her legacy of gratitude by giving ideas of the things that we're grateful for in our lives. And it's just been amazing to see all the people in Katie's life. I feel like I've gotten to know so much more about her than I knew before. And it's just everything everyone told me. There were no surprises. It was just amazing to hear that all the experiences other people have had with Katie. I feel like she's touched us all in very similar ways, and just her kindness, her thoughtfulness extends to so many people that I had no idea. Just the magnitude of people Katie's touched in her life. Although it doesn't surprise me, but it was wonderful to see, and the creativity that people took into put into their videos. I'm not gonna lie, I felt pressure to do this last video, and I had all these ideas, but it's hard to piece them all together. So I decided to just tonight speak from my heart. I'm just so grateful for all the people who participated. To the ladies that made this project run, you're phenomenal. It's just been amazing, and the coordination and the people that you were able to bring to the project, it's just been phenomenal. So I just can't thank you enough. And yeah, so now I guess I will speak to my gratitude for day 99. And I think this gratitude is something I've been thinking about for a week, because I knew it would be my last and I wanted to make it count. And what consistently came to mind when I thought about this project and when I thought about day 99 of the project was the idea of being grateful for the people I've met who truly get it. And I know that sounds kind of vague, but I'll explain. Being a young adult going through cancer, from diagnosis to beyond, it's a really humbling experience. And to be quite honest, I did not get it before I had cancer myself. I had no clue what having cancer, dealing with cancer, trying to live in remission with cancer was all about. I kind of saw it as what it was in the movies. You get it, you beat it, and you move on with life, and everything's grand and fantastic, and it's behind you. And for some people that might be the case, and I'm very happy for those people. Believe me, I wish it was the case for everyone. But going through it myself, I realized that it's not that simple. And it's really hard to explain to people who haven't been through it. And it's completely understandable that someone who hasn't been through it wouldn't understand it. And by going through it, I don't even necessarily mean going through it as a patient or the person diagnosed. You could be the spouse, you could be the brother, the sister, it could be someone really close in your life that's gone through it. And to me, those caregivers go through it just as much as a patient. So it's any kind of experience that can help you grasp what someone's going through. But if you haven't been touched in that way, and thankfully, up until the moment I went through it, I hadn't been touched to that extent before my life, and I truly had zero understanding of what it was like. So Katie being one of the first people that I met going through this, not much age, not a big age difference between us, although she is younger than myself. It was just to be with someone and talk with someone that you didn't have to explain anything to. They already understood what you've been through. They already understood the challenges you faced. And, going back to work and back to life after treatment, Katie and I did so about around the same time. And it was nice to be able to get together with her and see that she faced some of the similar challenges I face, and we could talk together and figure out how to overcome certain things. Um, I think I think one of the most interesting experience I had and most validating experience I had is when a colleague of mine, who similar in age, ended up being diagnosed a few years after me, and I I'd contacted her to offer support, and we had some conversations. And I remember one day getting a message from her, and basically she essentially apologized, saying, "I thought I got it. I thought I understood what you were going through. I thought I understood what you were dealing with, but I realized today I had no clue." And it meant so much to me because, again, not that I blame anyone for not understanding, but it's difficult to go through life, go to work, raise children, and be around people um, when you have, you know, this um, this thing always at the back of your mind. Obviously, you're very optimistic and you're very hopeful, and you live your life, but there's still constant doctor's appointments. There's still um, constant reminders. There's friends that you make through the process that have recurrences. There's new people that people connect you to that you help. So it's as much as you don't want it to be in your life, it's there. And if I didn't have those people who got it, like Katie, it would have been even more isolating and tough to go through. But Katie right now is at a retreat with YAC, that's Young Adult Cancer Canada, and the people at YAC are just phenomenal. They're, in talking to them with a video, you saw Jeff, he spoke, and Karine spoke as part of the video as well. Right away, in a heartbeat, we're in, we want to do this. They just stand behind people, and they just have such big hearts. And I was very grateful for organizations like YAC and Rethink, another organization that Katie and I have done some volunteering and some advocacy with, because, having gone through cancer and being a cancer patient or even someone in remission, you sort of sometimes feel a little isolated, especially when you're in that young adult category, because there's not a lot of you out there dealing with that kind of thing, thankfully. And but uh, there's still enough of you that it helps to have some support, and in particular some support from someone who gets the things that you're dealing with. And as Katie's mentioned before, this is not to say in any way, shape, or form that having cancer at an older age is any easier. It's not. It's a horrible disease, and I wouldn't wish it at any age. But to have a group of peers that understands what it's like to have it when you're starting your career or hoping to start a family and you don't know how the treatments are going to affect that. Those are questions that maybe someone who gets cancer at an older age, they won't have those same questions because they're at a different point in their life. And normal. But those around you have no idea that many of us are still going through preventative treatments that take a toll on us physically and sometimes mentally. And that, every time you get an ache or a pain, it often can lead to an MRI. And of course, then it's the waiting for the results. And so before cancer when you got a cold or whatever, it wasn't as big a deal. But any sort of issues with breathing or any pain that wasn't there before, as a cancer patient, you have to have it examined. And it's scary. And you don't always want to have to explain that to people. But at the same time, you know, I know when I contact Katie or anyone in my peer support network there, I don't even have to explain. I just have to say I've got a pain, and they know what I'm going through. They understand it, and they know, that the fear that that can bring, and it's just nice to be able to have a group of people who get it, and that you don't have to explain. Right away, they understand what it is you're getting at, and they're able to support you. And like I said, this is not a criticism of people who haven't been through it, because before this I would have never known myself. And people try to relate, and I appreciate that, but it doesn't always compute, I guess, or connect. I remember going back to work. I had brain fog, and I couldn't remember things the way I used to, and it was really difficult. And I remember, people trying to relate and saying, "Oh, well, I'm getting older, and that happens to me," or I have young kids, and it's normal to be forgetful. And while I appreciate them trying to make me feel better, it's not the same thing at all. And that sometimes, I guess, when people are trying to make you feel better about it, it ends up making you feel a little worse, because then you think, okay, they think it's just because I have a young kid, or but it's worse than that. It's not just a little bit of forgetfulness. It's going to a meeting and leaving the meeting and not knowing what the project is you're working on. And I did things to help me to cope with that until I could get a little more back on my feet. But like I said, to be able to turn to Katie and to peers like Katie who were going through the same thing, it made you feel like what you're going through is normal, and that you weren't alone. And as I mentioned before, Katie's with YAC right now, Young Adult Cancer Canada, and I'm just so happy that she's there with a group of people that get it. Yeah, I'm just really grateful to YAC and grateful to Rethink for helping connect young adults going through cancer, and helping provide support, information, advocacy, all the things that were needed. And yeah, to all of you who've helped me over the years and who truly get it, I'm really grateful to you. So that's it for my last gratitude video in this series, 100 Days of Katie. I'm just so grateful to everyone again who've supported and participated in the project. I'm very, very happy that Katie will have all these videos to look back on whenever she wants. And Katie, you just continue to amaze and inspire. Your random act of kindness video, I watch them every day, and they even give me some new ideas of ways I can help. I'm just grateful for them. I'm also grateful for the little updates that you give. Again, it's really nice to see your face and to hear how things are going when I feel sometimes so far away. Thank you all so much. I really look forward to day 100 of this project, and I look forward to Katie's videos and her random act of kindness. And let's continue to spread Katie's legacy of gratitude. This is just the beginning. I'm going to continue to think of ways that I can help with that. So, thank you, Katie, for being such a great inspiration for this project. I know you've made people who never thought they would do this before decide to do it, and I myself being one of those people. It's just amazing. It shows how much people love you, and just how much you're able to inspire everyone around you. So thank you, Katie. We love you, and hope you're doing well, and hope you're having fun with our buddies at YAC. Thanks. Bye.